Right, today I haven't got much time before the darkness sets in. We're going to take this battery tray out. Is 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. We're going to take it out and just have a look underneath to make sure it's nice and clean. These nuts are okay to actually release. They're quite loose actually. That one's not even tight. God, that's tight. Come back when they're all done. Okay, now they're away. Just lift it up and just slide it out. Ooh. Okay. So it looks like this plate got 2 bolts under it, which I've got to take out, and we've got a couple of bolts down here. Okay, I'm going to give this a bit of a clean up, but I'm going to take it off. So 2 8mm, and I think by feel we've got some 10mm, so I'll go and get a 10mm spanner. Okay, so that was pretty easy. We took those 2 bolts out. That bolt is for the dryer, just sitting there, so we're just going to move this. Sorry, I didn't see this. Oh, there's what looks like an 8mm attaching to the air intake. I'll just take that off. Okay, so we can now move the air intake pipe away and move the whole bracket. Well, that's really good, because I've been told, and this is the reason I'm doing this job, Focus, is it can get rather scabby down here. Sorry, I'm not sure why my camera's doing that. Yeah, just a little bit of scabbiness around the bolts and a little bit over there, but that's really, really good. This is actually fared worse, but underneath it's really good. It's just on the top it's a bit scabby. I'm going to put some rust killer on that, but I'm going to clean that up and see how good it comes up, and then I'll put some rust killer on. But it looks like it's going to be a very quick job, to be honest with you. Let's go around with the wire brush. I've ordered a load of these. These are stainless steel ones. They're really firm. They're not like the brass ones you can get. But that is clean up really nicely. Just clean around the dryer since I've got access. It's like the rest of the car, it's blowing away, blowing dust into my face. Well, the bracket is pretty good, to be honest with you. I've put some rust killer over the edges, so while that's going off, I will probably put this back on the car tonight. That, I'm afraid, is going to need more work. The actual battery tray itself, the bottom's good, but the bit that the battery sits on this side is not so good. So I'm going to have to take that back to bare metal, better zinc primer, and I've got some satin black, not gloss back, but you know, at the end of the day, this is a functional repair, so I'm hoping to do it properly. Right, I've thoroughly cleaned all around it, including some of the pipe in the dryer, back of the headlights, and then the air duct on the other side. It's all looking really good. I'm just going to go and put some rust killer on the only bit of scabbiness that I can see, which is quite remarkable, because from what I've seen, they can really go here. That's a light coating. I'm going to let that dry, and we'll put the bottom tray back on. Yep, this has been rust proofed along the edges. It's not pretty, but it's functional. At the end of the day, most of the paint is there, and I'm pretty happy with it as it is. So we're just going to slot it back in, put the 2 bolts back up there. In fact, I think there's 3 bolts, but I think that's for the plate. It is for the plate. So I'll put the 2 bottom bolts back in, and the bolt for the inlet ducting. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Got 2 bolts in, 2 bolts here, and it looks like this tray has been removed in the past because there is a bolt missing there, but I'm not going to worry about that because there's enough bolts holding it in. It is a functional repair. This isn't great, but it's got rust killer on it, and that's the main thing. There's no rust underneath. I'm really pleased about that, because they tend to go there. But unfortunately, yes, that battery tray needs to be looked at. I mean, that's too scabby for me. It's going to be done properly, so I'll get that sorted, and then we'll whack that back on, and that's the job done. Right, join us the day later. Again, you know, I can only work in this sort of light. We have done it in sort of a satin black. That's the bottom, that's the top. You see the difference. It's not the smoothest of textures, but at the end of the day, the battery is going to cover it, and at least it's rust free. So we're going to whack that in straight away. Shouldn't be too long before all this is done. The one here is actually quite difficult to get to, and some of these bolts have actually I had to give these a good wire brush down because some of them had expanded beyond 8 mils. Anyway, it looks much more tidy, I think you'll agree, than what it was before. I think it was the only part of the engine bay which really lets the side down, so I thought, no, I'll do it, but I'll do it in a budget conscious way. Normally, I mean, stuff like this, I don't really care about it. The battery's going to cover it. Done. Just before it starts to rain. Brilliant. And also, since they came today, new front sliders, new bolts, new boots, and there is some grease, but I'm going to use my own. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, I might as well use this grease since they've provided it. It's always decent stuff, the grease that they actually provide, so just put a tube in and that should be enough. Yeah, we'll go and fit them to the brakes. I have got a homemade umbrella with my LED light attached, so I've got my own little portable light going on, and I've got another D20 light going up there, so I should have plenty of light to work with. So we'll whack these out, exactly the same process as before. These are actually removed, I haven't got any bolts in. I'm just going to whip the caliper back, put some ceramic brake grease. So you put some ceramic brake grease on the back of the pads on this side, and then slip it back on. We'll put the sliders on. Turn the caliper off. Right, need to do is really fit new sliders into here. Both sliders, slider boots are now on. So now we can put the sliders in and get the grease out. Get the first slider. And we've got 2 sliders, so we've got to be very stringent with the grease. If not, I'll use my own. That's always the way it is. Just sachet, and then nice clean sliders. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a red rubber grease. Is this what it is? Red rubber grease by any chance? Look at that. It does look like red rubber grease. There's tons of it, but I've probably used too much on one slider. I'll do. Okay, that's gone in nicely. I'll use the excess for this one. Okay. Get some more. Just get it all out the packet, straight in. Douse it up, that's it. That's a lot. Okay. Just put it down there, just clean the hands up. So we'll just whack that straight in down there. All the excess will come out. There we go. Lovely. That's moving. That's moving. That is. They are really eager. I can feel them pushing back. That's exactly what you want. So now it's just a simple case of folding up the caliper once over the back of the pad. Now, this is what you do. Take the inner pad out. Then you smear this everywhere. Put a bit over here. I've already put copper grease on the ears. I forgot about that actually. But yeah. Now I've gone a bit too much there. You only really need to do where the pad, the piston contacts the pad, but I've put it all in the middle. Okay, so there's no offset. Just wipe off any excess, and then literally just slide it back in. So just put that in there. No, one way. Daisy. Yeah, that was me putting a pad in one way round. Don't let me work on your brakes, sir. Go in. Sometimes you have to. That's it. Click it in, and it's sitting nice and flush. That you can see there. Now, get the caliper back over. this is the tricky thing. This is the tricky bit. So we've got to get that lined up. Because there are sliders, you might need to push them back in while manoeuvring this back over the top. This might be a bit fiddly. It's now I managed to slide it back over. The trick is you've got to get over this side and then worry about the sliders later. Once you've got it a little bit on, it will line up nicely. Now I've just got to put the bolts back in. Now these new bolts, as you can see, have got a bit of Loctite on them. Now I don't like that personally. That's going to lead to them seizing into the sliders again. So what I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to put some copper grease on these threads, because I am not taking any chances with them actually seizing in again. So once you've done that, we just whack these in. If I can line it up properly. This is the tricky bit. Now, has that gone in? No, it hasn't quite gone in. Sometimes you have to push the sliders. There we go. Not quite. Quite. There we go. That's threaded in. And the next one. The tricky thing is when they don't quite line up. Now that's threaded in, this isn't threading in, so I'm just going to give it a tap. It's because the caliper is probably a little bit too far. I'm just going to give it a bit of a tap, and then it's not happy. Let me just have a bit of a peek. Oh, a minute. Okay, that eventually managed to line up at the bottom and managed to screw it in without. You see, the thing is, when you're trying to line things up and the bolt's not actually catching, you can easily cross thread things, especially aluminium bits. But this is steel, so steel into cast iron, so not as much of a problem really. Now there is a torque setting for this, but I can't be bothered to look it up because I'm too wet and I just want to go in. And quite frankly, my advice is just tighten them until they're just nipped up. Okay. Not over tighten, because as somebody probably once did, that's it, that's nipped up, that's fine, it's sitting nice. That is now ready. Just give it a bit of a final clean up and we're done. Where is my brake cleaner? I've got to say, this brake cleaner from a very well-known supermarket, don't get it, it's not brilliant, it's okay. I bought it for £3. There are better ones out there, quite frankly, but yeah, so my advice is don't bother. Spend £3 on some proper decent brake cleaner. I mean, to be honest with you, I only bought it because it was actually really cheap. I thought it's in an aerosol can, and sometimes the ones in the aerosol cans are actually quite powerful for what they are, so I'd rather go for that. Anyway, I'm going to finish on this side. The other side is a repeat procedure of that. We're just, as I say, I think that's red rubber grease, which will be very good for the actual rubber. And as long as it allows the sliders to slide, it doesn't matter. So anyway, we're going to finish here today, guys. It's wet and I'm not. I'm just had a long day at work and it's getting to me a little bit. But I want to make sure that there's a little bit of progress every day, or every couple of days, as it were. But anyway, we are going to go to the other side. Well, I will go to the other side, and you guys, you're going to be tucked up in bed watching this probably. So rest easy, enjoy some hot chocolate. I'll see you soon.